Welcome back to Golf Simulator Videos. Today we're back with a really exciting video. I've got something really special inside this box. I have a question that comes up all of the time from my viewers, always asking, what is the best golf simulator projector? All right, everyone has different environments, everyone has different room sizes or budgets, or maybe even an overall goal inside of their golf simulator, and it's very important to understand what projector fits your needs, all right? The first thing that you might want to consider is looking at your space. You might want to look at the format of projector, all right? Most common types for a golf simulator is going to be 16 by 10. All right, that's a little more of a square shape, and then 16 by 9, which you're probably used to seeing on your flat screen TV, all right, a little more of a widescreen format, all right. From there, there's many things that you should consider. The lumens of your projector, that's gonna be the brightness, which depending on how much ambient light you have inside of your golf simulator, it's going to be very important, okay. Another thing you may want to consider is the actual resolution of the projector, all right? Common resolution that you might see on TV is 1080p, but we have something special inside here that's not only going to cover resolution, but it's also going to cover the brightness of the projector and the quality of the projector. This right here is the BenQ LK953ST. This is a 5,000 lumen laser lit projector, all right, that's 4K in a 16 by 9 format, all right? So it's a short throw projector that's made specifically for a golf simulator type environment, all right? As many of you may know, my screen here is about 12.5 feet wide. Just to give you an idea of short throw and why it's so important, I can place this projector just over 10 feet away from my screen, projecting an image that's 12.5 feet wide, all right? It actually gives me play because it has different, I should say settings and adjustments inside of it, and we'll talk about those a little bit later. But you don't have to be that precise because it actually allows you to adjust it. But we're talking about a 12.5 foot wide image from just over 10 feet away. It's amazing. So first off, let's go ahead and unbox this thing, all right? This is the BenQ LK953ST laser projector, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing fresh off of the porch. Just arrived today. Now, many people have seen the projector that I have in my studio, and it's been good for me. I've had it for a handful of years now, but it's a lamp-based projector. And there's a few things we can talk about while we're kind of unboxing this. A lamp-based projector has a little bit shorter lifespan than a laser projector, okay? So this laser projector has 20,000 hours of projected life, all right? I mean, to put that in perspective, I mean, you could have this thing on for like 4 hours a day, and every single day, what would that be like 13 or 14 years straight? I mean, that's a long lifespan. I doubt everybody's gonna have the projector on for 4 hours a day. So just to kind of give you an idea there. But another thing to bring up, when I was researching projectors, all right, I mean, quality is obviously important in the golf simulator environment. So lamps actually lose quality over time. So they actually get like a yellowish look to them as they degrade, okay? Well, a laser-based projector doesn't do that, all right? BenQ has come up with this technology. It's actually a DLP chip technology with blue laser, all right? That's that laser lamp, I shouldn't say lamp, but a laser lit technology that gives you the exact same color and crispness over its longevity of its lifespan, okay? So very, very cool. First thing first, comes with an owner's manual, obviously remote control, batteries. All right, so we have all that there. Looks like it's really well packaged inside of here. Power cable, all right, put that aside. See if I can stand this up, make sure that I'm getting it inside of the frame for you guys as well. See if I can tilt this up like this. This is a pretty good, oh, look at that, Siri's talking to me as we're going. It's a pretty good size projector, all right? Let's get this out of the box here. Snip this foam off. I mean, 5,000 lumen laser projector, something I've been looking at for a long time. I did a lot of research. BenQ, if you don't know the company, look them up. Very well known in commercial environments, all right? Schools, this projector has capabilities that you won't even believe. It could be vertically mounted down onto the ground, okay? It can actually do full, it could do up to a ceiling, all right? It's made to stack them together if you want to. It can be paired together with multiple, making an ultra wide image. The capabilities are probably far beyond what most users looking for, a perfect golf simulator projector are even going to use, okay? So let's get this out of here, being careful with the unit, obviously. Now, if you're looking to purchase a BenQ projector, definitely reach out to me. I have the contacts, to get you the best deal and information. As always, I already have those established. Email me right down in the comments, okay? That's my email. Shoot me an email and I'll get you connected. But let's take a look at this. So why do you need short throw in a golf simulator? Well, it is a very, very important reason, all right? So you're standing up, and most likely, let's say that you're going to be, some people are 8 feet away from their screen, or 10 feet away from their screen, or even 12 feet away from their screen. And if you're standing up and have a projector with a normal throw that's far behind you, well, guess what? Your head, the club, and everything else are going to get in way of that image, that projection image, and cause shadowing all over your screen. Okay, so short throw is very important, so understand that. Now, how do you measure what you're going to need for your simulator environment? All right, what projector do you need in your golf simulator, that's going to fit properly? Well, there is an easy calculation for that, and I can even help you with that. So send me an email, and I'll explain to you how to figure that out. But it's as easy as putting it in there. We knew that the throw ratio on this projector for a 12.5 foot wide image was going to be perfectly at about 10.5 feet. And that was going to give me, this has a zoom capability of about 12 inches total, about a foot, all right, forward and back. And that's the sweet spot for me. So it's pretty amazing that you can put it just that far away from the screen. And that's actually going to be almost directly above me where my hitting area is. So obviously, no one's going to be standing and getting into the shadow. So very cool. So let's take a look at this really quick, all right? Let's talk about the dust ceiling on this unit. So there's an IP rating, okay? Many of you may know the rating of an iPhone. They talk about a lot, where dust can't get inside of an iPhone. All right, Apple's known for that. Well, guess what? This has the same IP rating as an iPhone. All right, that's how sealed this is, all right? So filter-free unit, all right, that's amazing. 4K HDR, let's talk about HDR for a second, all right? The contrast ratio on this is 3 million to 1. So everyone knows that you can't technically produce a black with a projector. So when you have that brightness, that contrast ratio is going to be key, and that HDR technology that they have that gives you that really good contrast of brights and low light, all right, are very important. Obviously the BlueCore laser is giving you that extremely sharp image and bright image. Let's talk about the connectivity really quick, all right? Now we'll put this up on its side and I'll just kind of go over everything, all right? So you have the ability for a wired remote, all right? You have an RS-232 connection, all right? Like a serial port, all right? You have a mini B connection, USB, a type A USB, a LAN port, an HD-based port, which if you're not familiar with that technology, you should check it out. All right, so you don't want to run an extremely long HDMI cable, all right? So now what they're doing is they're doing like HDMI over Ethernet, and that's what this HD-based T is for, and this has that capability to connect to. You can actually have a centralized computing system and actually run multiple projectors off of that through that HD-based T. Very cool technology. If you're not familiar with it, check it out. You have multiple HDMI connections, okay? And then right here, what's really cool, so you have HDCP 2.2 and then HDMI 2, and then you have HDMI 3, but also HDMI out. So you can daisy chain this together, all right? You could run it to an external monitor. I've seen people actually have them, separate from their projection in their golf simulator. They'll have the projector here, but if they have a room outside, kind of like my setup, I could have a TV outside and just run the HDMI out from that, all right? So giving me the signal. So I also have a PC in, and I have a monitor out, so actually a VGA out as well. All right, really cool. Audio in port, audio out port, a 12-volt trigger, all right? This thing is just loaded with features, all right? It actually has a built-in speaker, all right? It has lens shift, and the lens shift, all right, I can pull up the specifications. I actually have my iPad right in front of me here, just in case I needed to review anything. So the 3 million to 1 contrast ratio, 20,000 hours of life, like I mentioned. It has obviously a focus capability, keystone with a vertical plus minus 30 degrees. The projection size is anywhere from 30 inches to 300 inches, all right? Built-in 10-watt speaker, all right? All the connectivity that I just mentioned, all right? Has infrared receivers actually on the front and the rear. That's pretty cool. It has that full 4K resolution support. All right, vertical scan rate up to 120 hertz. So anybody that knows the technical specifications of that knows that that's fantastic. And then at that 4K, it's available up to 60p. Okay, now that's something you got to be careful of. Now, when you're researching this projector for your golf simulator, you know, be careful of what's out there. Some people will look at a 1080p, for instance, and think that, you know, it's capable of, you know, that frame rate that they want, and it may only be 24. So maybe 1080p at 24. All right, so this is capable of 4K at 60. All right, which is fantastic. You know, as far as other specifications go, like I said, it's a sealed unit, which is awesome. And then that lens shift that I was talking about. So you can mount this off center. Now I'm going to do that in my studio. And so when I was shopping for, you know, what the best, you know, projector was for a golf simulator, I looked into all those factors, but then I had to look in things that were specific to me. So I'm not mounting this projector in the dead center of my golf simulator. It's actually going to be offset. But because this has this lens shift capability, okay, and it actually can move vertically 60% lens shift, all right, and then it has a horizontal lens shift of 23%. That's just fantastic. So I'm going to be able to shift that image back over to the center, even though I have it slightly offset. Mine's probably going to be about 18 inches or so offset from the center, because I actually have a launch monitor, you know, from HD Golf directly above. So all very, very important items for you just to understand. And I don't mean to, you know, dive into too many specifications, you know, with you guys, but I always want to cover as much as I can, you know, just so you understand. If you're looking for a really, really nice projector, all right, this BenQ LK953ST, based on my research, I mean, it's the best projector you could get for a golf simulator. And we're about to test that out and see right now. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get this thing mounted up on the ceiling, and we'll show you guys some golf simulator software. We'll do some up-close images of what it's going to look like. And then from there, talk a little more about, you know, the technology and how it was set up and how I adjusted things. And we'll give you guys a full overview. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we are in the GSV studio with the new BenQ 4K 5,000 lumen laser projector installed. It's the LK953ST. We've got it mounted, we have it projecting, and wow, it's incredible. Now, understand, I have a DSLR camera. It has a little bit of depth of field right now, so you aren't really getting the full experience, because I wanted to talk about a few things first, and then I'm going to actually, I think, take the camera and bring it up close for you guys so you can really get a close-up experience of what it looks like. And I'm going to take you through several pieces of software so you can understand, and those are 4K capable software. And let me tell you, I'm seeing a huge difference in like the crispness of the image and just the overall just brightness and the vivid colors. It's really incredible. So I just want to talk about a few things, because obviously I can't memorize every single you know, data point, and I want you guys to understand them all. So throw ratio. So this projector has a throw ratio of 0.81 to 0.88. Okay, now why is that important? I talked about throw ratio and why a short throw projector is so important. Well, you can install this projector anywhere from 10.2 to 11.1 feet away and still fit in a 12-foot, actually, I'm sorry, 12.5-foot image like I have here. Now, understand something. Watch how close I can get before the image even starts to touch my head. Look at this. I'm like halfway to my screen. The image is just now touching my head. incredible. It's mounted, you know, with a standard mount. If you guys are looking for some mounting recommendations, all you have to do is email me, or I can even comment below what mount I used. And here's what's really cool. It's mounted offset, because I actually have, you know, my center swing camera, and then I have the projector offset. I'll tell you what, why don't we throw an image up there? I'll take a picture really quick. There you go. You can see how I actually mounted the projector off center, but yet it looks perfect because it has that shift ability, okay, that lens shift, which was very easy to use. It works vertically and horizontally, all right, and then I obviously focused it in from there. If necessary, you actually have your vertical adjustment, your keystone adjustment, okay, in case that projector was on too much of an angle, it can adjust the keystone, okay, very cool. You know, the vivid picture mode that they recommend for a golf simulator is amazing. Basically, the way they describe it is that it gives you all of these different greens, for instance, without making any of them like oversaturated that you might see from a standard projector. All right, that's that laser 5,000 lumen, you know, capability is just amazing. So obviously a 16:9 ratio, like I talked about, filter free, which I think is amazing. You know, you have all your different HDMI inputs, like I talked about earlier. You could put in like an Amazon or a Roku stick, a Blu-ray player, things like that. That's what I plan on doing, is really making this a multimedia projector. Being at 16.9 or 16:9, I plan on connecting my cable TV, PS4, things like that, and make it a full multimedia room, not just a golf simulator. So that's one thing you really got to understand. If you're going to invest in a projector like this and you're going to build out a room like this, okay, it doesn't just have to be a golf simulator. This can be a full multimedia room. If you don't want to build seating, or you don't have enough room for seating, grab some bean bags, all right? Throw them in the back, get the kids in here, the family in here. You can watch movies, you can play video games, all those different things, and the projector has all those different inputs for that type of capability, all right? So that kind of goes over all the important details that I think you need to know when you're looking for the best projector for a golf simulator, all right? So let's get this camera moved up closer, all right? And let's do some flyovers with some different software. All right, guys, so here we are with the first look at some golf simulator software with the BenQ 953ST, all right, in 4K. All right, now I will stand in front of the screen really quick so you guys believe me, because if you're seeing what I'm seeing on the camera, it's that crystal clear. It's really amazing. So the colors are fantastic. I mean, it looks like I'm recording my computer monitor right now on my camera. Just a significant increase in the sharpness of the picture is what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip a hole really quick. I actually have the built-in speaker working right now through my HDMI cable. That 10-watt speaker is really nice. Something that I wanted to point out. I don't know if you can hear that through my mic.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead
there.
and just forget about that last hole.
There's John.
Clear our heads.
So let's look at this for a second. Look at, we're on TGC 2019. I mean, look at the steam down there. Look at the colors of the sky. The only thing that I'm noticing, as far as, because I'm recording the actual projector image, the screen, is that it's just a little bit darker than what I'm seeing in person. You know, and I can try to, you know, zoom that out a little bit. I could probably even increase the ambient light a little bit, you know, to kind of help with that. But I wanted to show the quality, not just the brightness, because I'm pretty sure you guys saw how bright it was in that other video that I showed. So here's a quick flyover. Give you a look there. I mean, look at the colors and look how sharp the images. I've always been looking at the 4K, always been looking at the laser. You know, it's intrigued me, and I'm really glad I made the jump. I mean, it's noticeably different. So let's go ahead and we're gonna jump out of here. All right, I'm gonna show you guys some more software. That way you get you know, a good idea of several different things. Why don't we jump in FSX and I'll show you this new course that I got that, I'll tell you what, it's really cool. Abu Dhabi. We'll load this really quick. You guys can kind of see the initial screen, you know, the load screen and what the colors look like. I'll tell you what, for recording a projector screen with a DSLR camera, at least what I'm seeing on the back screen of the camera, it's really impressive. You know, something that I might need to point out to you guys now is that my screen is several years old. So that's something that you know, you should understand. Let's just go to new game really quick. We'll just go out to Abu Dhabi. And you can even see all the marks on my screen probably in the camera. And yet it's still producing, you know, it's punching the light, you know, through that. This screen, I want to say, is 3 years old now. I have one in a box. I'm ready to replace it, and I just haven't yet. So here we go. We don't need to connect a device because all we're going to do is just look. So here you go. Check this out. 4K. Look at the greens and the blues. Let's do a flyover really quick. Here we go. Check out the water. Look how smooth the graphics are too. You know, in my my laptop's pretty powerful. I mean, depending on what software you're in, you know, it'll you know, really give you a smooth image, even when you're doing fast motion like that. Here's a great one to look at. Check out the bushes up front. I mean, just I wish I could only explain to you guys in person how crystal clear that is. And my previous projector was nice, that's the thing. I guess I just didn't realize that extra, you know, quality, the amount of pixels that you're getting with 4K is just really noticeable. All right, so there we go. So you guys got to see a little bit of FSX 2020, and I'm gonna jump into E6 for you really quick here. So let's go ahead. I think I can actually just launch E6 direct. There we go. And then maybe I'll trying to think of a couple courses that are really cool inside of E6. I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, I show off Pebble Beach all the time because it's one of my favorites, and we just looked at it on TGC. We can compare it if you guys want to. You see how the menu is very fluid. Let's just go out to Pebble really quick. There it is. What I like too is we can change the look. So let's just go out to 7 really quick. All right, we'll do 7 and 18. All right, tee off. And like I said, guys, I mean, I'm doing my best to record this projector image. Look at that. I mean, it's very, very noticeable, the upgrade in sharpness that I have now with 4K. Very noticeable. So we can actually do a little whole preview. There we go. See the ocean. I like the greens. You know, they were talking about the greens. I'll go to the next hole here. The way that it can produce, you know, all of those greens without getting anything that's like a neon color. You know, it's a vivid color, but it's more of a true green. Look at that. It's just a noticeable difference. I'm still getting a very, very smooth video. I'll tell you what, I mean, that is really, really impressive. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this other view. All right, guys, so I really hope that that video kind of did justice to show how great that image is. I know it's not perfect to, you know, show it on a camera. I tried to get it up nice and close for you guys so you could really get an understanding of what the difference of 4K 5000 lumen laser projector does versus a normal lamp projector in 1080p. You know, it's really been amazing. I didn't really think it was going to pack that much punch, but this model, just so you understand, this is the BenQ LK953ST. All right, it's a 16:9 4K projector, 5000 lumen laser. All right, it's DLP and it's also HDR. All right, so it has the lens shift like I talked about. It has keystone, has a built-in speaker, all kinds of inputs and outputs. Really packs a ton. But just understand that if you're looking for a projector, my partner is a BenQ dealer that has access to all the different models. So you may not be looking for one this high end. I just kind of really wanted to get the best available, but there's a lot of different models available. And you know, might be different for your space. So reach out, email me below, let me know what your space is and what you're looking for, what your budget is. I'd be more than happy to connect you and get that figured out. So help you make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck. So, you know, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned because we'll be doing more live streams and videos using our new 4K 5000 lumen laser. And you guys will be able to get to see it in some different environments, different videos, different software, things like that. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you comment below and let me know what you think. And as always, please subscribe and we'll talk to you soon.